Hi everyone, today you're very welcome to this webinar, Pattern Insights. And let me know in the chat where you're from, and maybe you already participate in the pattern camp this summer or not, or maybe you just maybe you were on the 5-day challenge. And what is your artistic background? It will be very interesting for me to know. And okay, I remember Unique from the challenge.
Yeah.
It's funny you say province. Okay, that's wonderful. And I prepared a special special slideshow to show everything. And let me share it with you, please. Yeah. Let me know if you can see the screen in the chat. I will make the chat here. Yeah, so it's here. You can see the screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So Pattern Insights webinar. Today there will be first the short intro. Next, I will share with you student stories and community insights from the Pattern Camp community and introduce you the program. There will be a special gift for everyone who joined today and in the upcoming days. And I will announce the winner of the 5-day challenge. And if you would like, I will give you feedback on your patterns and answer all your questions. I think that 1 hour is more than enough for all this. Maybe we will do it even faster, but let's see how it goes. First of all, for everyone who is watching the recording, I would introduce myself. My name is Polina Oshu. I'm an artist and a surface pattern designer. I collaborated with different brands worldwide, such as Mark & Spencer, Lush, Juicy Judy, Penguin Random House. I created different surface patterns and illustrations with using my artistic style with these vibrant flowers and floral motifs. So this webinar, especially for people who are interested in pattern design and would love to develop their skills in creating repeated patterns, and especially for pattern lovers, I create a pattern camp this summer. It's a set of workshops and community support. Here's the screenshot from one of our calls. And during this summer, I share with you different insights on my experience working with patterns. And also there are special guests and who also share their experience in creating patterns. And there are many actually meetups where we support each other and share our experience. Here's an example of a story of one of the students of the pattern camp. It's Eliana. She's living in Alaska, and she created the very first pattern using this repeated method of folding paper. And you see that she went further, and she created a textile, a knitted fabric, and a cardigan with her pattern, which I find really amazing. So you can imagine your own designs becoming vibrant prints on a range of products. And at Pattern Camp, I'll provide you a list of trusted printing platforms and share my personal experience in this field, how to print your patterns on different goodies, stationery, and all this stuff. What I love, especially Pattern Camp, is for community support. Here are some screenshots of their chat on Pattern Camp. We have a special chat on Instagram where all the participants share their artworks, the patterns that they have created after the first workshop. And also, as you can see, me and they, we share a lot of tips on what art materials they use, what works better with markers or with watercolors, what paper, what sketchbooks. And also I shared post there extra materials that I prepare especially for Pattern Camp. For example, recently I created a guide for how to work with inspiration and how to create something from the very first inspiring moment to the final product, kind of step-by-step instruction. I created this because one of the Pattern Camp participants just asked me how to work with inspiration. And so you see, I'm really very open to every question I have there, and happy to help you with this. Okay, so next. Yeah, so the program of the Pattern Camp are workshops and plus meetups. There are workshops on fundamental repeats on patterns, and next workshop will be on the more complex compositions, and then seamless digital repeats. And after each workshop, we have a special meetup. On this meetup, we discuss kind of homework or what you've done during the week after you got new knowledge. And it's really inspiring because actually we have a last meetup yesterday, and it was really inspiring to see how many patterns participants have created, because there are a bunch of patterns, and it's nice to share them with the community and ask questions and get some feedback. And also it inspires others to create even more. And soon we will have an extra workshop with invited guests, Mario Patterns. Maybe you know him. Here's his picture. He works with more geometrical patterns, and it's really interesting to know how he creates them, how he thinks about making repeats in his patterns, how he composes them, what are the main insights in his artwork, in his work as an artist. Another special guest will be Marina. She's a coach and therapist, and she helps to feel more confident in creating art, to connect with your inner artist. But again, it's nice that we have special guests, and me as the teacher, but I see that the strength of Pattern Camp is in community support. And as I shared with you previously in the chat, where you can always ask a question on what material to use or what markers, or find some extra resources, and to share your work with others, to see that not only you have some doubts and how to make this repeat, how to make it this, to add flow to a pattern or make it more constructed and geometrical. And it's really very nice feeling of sharing your experience of creating art with others, and to see that other people also have some struggles and doubts in creating art, and you have something in common, so it's not so scary to continue and go through your artistic journey. And of course, on the Pattern Camp, the goal is to get new skills and feel more confident in creating patterns. And in August, we will have a workshop on making seamless repeat digitally. And here are some feedbacks from their workshops also. So you see, here's a lovely example that when we have a live on Instagram, not only Instagram, on Zoom, and you can participate and make some notes to draw something when I explain how to create patterns. And it's really nice that after the workshop, you have time to follow up with all the knowledge you got and then share it on the meetup. Okay, what is, yeah, and the winner of the 5-day challenge, and then as an student, you're here actually, so congratulations. You see, yeah, it's you. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much, I'm so happy.
Yeah, congratulations, so nice that you come online.
It's my second attempt for this summer camp, so I'm really glad. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
In September, I'm starting art studies, so it will be really full for me to follow your lessons.
Yeah, I'm really happy. I saw how much you did on this challenge and the previous ones, and you posted this artwork on the on practically on the last moment before the webinar. and I saw that, and I decided, yeah, I just always try to listen to my heart. How I choose winners, I just randomly watch through the artworks that everyone posts, and then decide, okay, I don't know why, but I feel that this person will win this time. This time it was you.
Thank you.
So please send me via DM your name and email, okay? And I'll then on this email, I will send you their access to the pattern camp. Today or tomorrow, I will do this. So just DM me and name and email. Okay. Congratulations one more time. Okay, next. Yeah, for everyone else who is who wants to join their pattern camp community and bundle, here's the description. You can also find it on the website. So I will explain shortly. So there are two upcoming main workshops in July and August. In July, there will be a workshop on advanced repeated patterns with more complicated compositions. And in August, it will be seamless digital repeat, where I show my method on creating digital patterns in Adobe Illustrator. But it's not only these two workshops. As I already told, there will be extra meetups after each workshop where we share what we have done and just understand how we can even more improve or develop our creating way of creating patterns, and also workshops with Mario, pattern designer, and Marina, therapist and coach. And I also actually share a lot of extra resources like different guides and materials or lists of platforms. It's also will be in the pattern camp community. So the difference is if you can buy only one workshop for 35 or 65 euros, depending on the workshop, or you can get access to all three workshops. The recording, which was in June, it was the basic pattern compositions, colors, and all this stuff, how to make the basic repeats. I shared there how to build the composition properly, so it will look harmonious. So in workshop bundle, you will have access to all three workshops, all extra meetups, all extra workshops with guests, and of course access to chat and community, extra materials, some video assignments also that I share in community. So I really recommend, if you're interested in boosting your pattern skills, to choose this workshop bundle and community. And then also for those who buy this workshop bundle and community by July till July 2nd, you will also get a special gift, 14 essential steps and tips on pattern making. So if you're interested, it's the best time to join, and just jump in, and you will get a lot of actually a lot, not only information, a lot of support. There a space where you see people who are also passionate about patterns, and I really think that if you like patterns and want to develop your skills and just be more confident in creating this, it's really very good offer, and I will be very happy to see you there. And what is next in our slideshow? Yeah. If you want, if you are ready, if you took any of your sketchbooks, I am here to give you the feedback. Here are some screenshots from the challenge, these tiger lilies, which went actually pretty amazing. You see that there are different art styles, and here also this stitching, which is really cool, that someone is stitched there with embroidery, the lilies. Just let me know in the Zoom if you have any sketches, if you want to get the feedback, or if it's okay. Or maybe you have any questions on the patterns. You can write in the chat, or or just turn on the microphone as you wish. Yeah, I'm super fast today. I thought that it will take me half an hour, but I'm super fast. Okay, then let's make it so. I think that it's my last slide. Yes, right. Then I can stop sharing and just chat with you if you would like to. Just, how are you?
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I learned Procreate recently, taught myself Procreate, and I've just started making some patterns. And I wanted to get your sense of, is it important to learn Illustrator? The difference between the vector and the raster images, and do you think the Illustrator is much more valuable?
Mm-hmm. Depends on your goals. Why would you like to? What is your goal? Do you want to create patterns for printing?
Okay. Yeah, for Spoonflower, for like doing fabrics and wallpaper.
I think that Procreate is more than enough. If you can make their pattern repeat, it works. So there is no need to study extra programs, applications if you don't want to. But of course, every application gives you different tools.
Right.
So in Adobe Illustrator, you can work with vector, obviously, and as for me, it's easier to build more complicated compositions in Adobe Illustrator rather than in Procreate. Because in Procreate, you're limited also in the size of the artwork. And Adobe Illustrator, when you create a vector composition, you can print it on the huge wall. So there is no limit for vector. It's one thing. But another thing that for me, it's easier to work with more interweavings like that on the background, right? When it's not only kind of polka dot pattern with tossed elements, but when they have interweavings, many layers, then I find that it's easier to work in Adobe Illustrator. I mean, if you already feel comfortable there technically, you know what buttons to click.
Yeah, I don't yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to learn it. I'd like to learn it, and so I can make my own choice and know what I'm talking about when I'm going between the two programs, if I want to use one over the other.
Mm-hmm. But first, if you don't have any experience in working Adobe Illustrator, I suggest first studying the tools, just to, because otherwise there are so many tools and buttons that you can be just a bit frustrated with
Overwhelmed. Yeah.
with everything, and when you create pattern, you have to think about pattern, but not about, oh my God, how I should click to make what I want. So just maybe for fun, spend some time regularly in Adobe Illustrator, just drawing anything,
Right.
not the perfect pattern, but just to feel more comfortable.
Practicing.
Yeah,
learning.
there. And if you find that, okay, I feel like I more or less like Adobe Illustrator, then next step would be to create patterns there. But there are also different approach. I already shared on the meetup, I think, or webinar, that usually when we start to work with patterns, we draw separately some elements, and then we try to make a composition out of them to make a pattern. And usually these kind of patterns look simpler. It's not bad, of course it's okay, and it's okay for some simple polka dot compositions, but when we want to make something more complicated, complex, with many interweavings, it's practically impossible to draw these elements separately and then to connect it somehow. Or if you want to make this effect when they fit together very well, like a puzzle, then again, we have to compose pattern differently, not drawing first a set of elements and then trying to combine them. Then we have to think on the composition of the pattern. And for this, I really think that Adobe Illustrator is more convenient, because when we make a composition on the paper, it's one approach, but also we can transfer to Adobe Illustrator and work on them. Maybe I can show you some examples.
Do you have a tablet connected to your computer?
Yeah, I usually work on the tablet when I work in Adobe Illustrator, of course, because it's would be too hard to work on the touchpad.
Yeah.
So when we have patterns like this, it's I think it doesn't matter where to create it. It's super simple. Or this one, right?
Uh-huh.
When we work with patterns like this, I think it's starting to be a bit more complex and complicated to design it in Procreate, because you can make it in Procreate, but it's not so easy as I think. And in Procreate we usually cut in the middle, right, and then mix the parts. But in Adobe Illustrator, you can just continue drawing this line, and you will see how it repeats.
Okay.
So it makes automatic repeat, and this is
Okay.
why it's easier to fill evenly. There's space.
No, I can understand why that would be better than I didn't know it did that, so that's helpful.
Yeah. So,
And congratulations, Jessica.
Oh, thank you. Kind of you.
yeah, Jessica, you said that yeah, I will be happy to show you the feedback in the presentation. I just showed some random artwork
Okay.
just to illustrate
Okay.
the
Okay. Didn't
style
know.
of presentation. But of course, I'm ready to give feedback on any pattern you have. Just show me it, please, or
I want you to send it in the chat.
you can send me in the chat. Yeah, maybe. And if you have a sketchbook, you can just show me
Oh,
this.
yeah, I can show you. Well, this was the first one, the acrylic bold.
Mm-hmm.
I think you've been an inspiration for this one. I really feel I did a bit as you do. I was satisfied because patterns are a bit difficult for me, and indeed I have a very few drawing skill. I've just started in January. I drew when I was a kid, but I did something else, and now I'm back to art and so on. So this is the first one. I think this one as there's not much to say about it.
Why? Please tell me, what is your favorite parts? What do you like about this pattern? Colors, composition, shapes?
I think colors are match, and there's no blank. When for the previous challenge, I was a bit I didn't know how to fill the blank, and sometimes my drawings were a bit there was something missing to be really attractive. So no blank, colors match, and I'm satisfied with this one.
That's wonderful. I love it. I think that you chose very vibrant color combination and these bold flowers with very dynamic leaves on the background, and the contrast of purple and red. It's really very striking. I think you're doing great. If you're wondering what to I don't know what to make better, then The only maybe tip I would give you is to take a photo of your pattern and turn your photo into black and white mode on the telephone, so the grayscale color. So you will see that the tonal contrast of the pattern now you have pretty dark flowers and these pieces of purple on the background. So the negative space kind of jump into because the leaves they're very, very light, and this is why, if you can show me one more time the pattern, please.
And I choose a metallic shiny
This is why,
paint.
maybe, because it depends on the angle. Now I see. Because some angles it becomes almost not white but very, very light, this shiny effect. Maybe because of this, because from other angles it's not so light,
bright,
not so bright. This is why we have this effect that we see orange, red, dark flowers and pieces of violet, but
and I wanted to do a yellow heart, but my my paint blend into the orange. So when it gets dry, the yellow disappeared a bit. But it was the first time I painted with a brush to that kind of drawing, and well, the flowers are a bit dark, yes.
But you please hear me. It's beautiful, wonderful pattern. I just trying to maybe give some tips. If you decided to take this pattern and put it on the textile, then I would recommend to work a little bit with the tonal contrast of the whole composition to make it more harmonious. But anyway, it looks amazing. You did a good job.
And well, this challenge, I really appreciate it because we can experiment different techniques in my creative journey. That's what I'm trying to do by myself. So in this challenge, it's put me on work. And I did this with the fine liners. Well, I'm really proud of every drawing. And the fine liners, I was a bit how to say. Well, the tiger lily is not the easiest flower to draw. For me, it was really difficult at the beginning. And for this one, well, the prompt say to spend 15 minutes. I spent really more than that. But once I'm done it several times, it was easier to draw. And so with the fine liner, just with some, how would you say?
Is it pencil or pen?
Yes, the mark with the pencil. It is a real flower. You can recognize it's a tiger lily. And I wouldn't have done this all by myself, believing I couldn't do something great. So I like this one. And the watercolor one, I like it too.
They're very lovely, nice.
Yeah, and maybe you haven't seen this one really good because I haven't posted the reel yet with the stamp. It was the first time of my life I carved a rubber. So well, here it is. And to add the spirit of the pattern, I use different ink color. So and I like mixed media, but it's not really nice, but it's fun to do. So I use a photo.
Oh wow!
Then,
is it also are these threads or paper in the middle?
This is orange paper, a bit white, and I use red ink. And for me, the mixed media one was a no draw drawing. So I use my my fingerprints to
Very
add the red in the middle,
yeah.
and I have this acrylic spray paint for the tigery part,
Mhm.
and this is for embroidery. It's I don't know the word in English, but well, it was fun to do. But it's not for a passion; it's for fun.
It's fantastic, actually. I love that you mix so many things, and
Yeah.
it's a very creative approach to use all this. And happy to hear that you love your work and you
yeah.
enjoy creating these patterns. Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing.
And thank you for this challenge.
Welcome. Yeah, this time I decided why to not to make the same picture, the same object, flower, but in different techniques. And I was so inspired by all the artworks that I saw who shared in the tag, because people are so creative. There are so many experiments, especially with this stamp technique and the mixed media. So thank you, everyone.
Sarah, did you do the challenge?
Yes, I did. I didn't do my drawings as patterns. I did them more like just a drawing that could maybe be turned into a pattern.
Wow,
Oh,
very beautiful. So
very
vibrant.
few.
What material did you
That
use?
was the first one. That was the
This vivid orange? Or
acrylic. This was the acrylic, and then I just added some ink to it.
Is this acrylic so vibrant, or is it in ink? What gives so vibrant?
Yeah, it was just acrylic paint. It's
And
it's acrylic paint, and then like acrylic markers like the Posca pen
and
around
do
the
you,
edges.
do you remember the brand of the acrylic paint?
Yeah, it's Nova Color. Nova Color acrylic's my favorite. It's really, really fun.
Looks amazing.
Then I did, let me see. The second one was the pencil sketch. And I did that in,
Oh yeah, I remember this one. Very beautiful.
I did that one on Procreate.
It's very beautiful. I love
Thank
the
you.
contrast that you add the dark background, so the flower pops up. So it's
Yeah, and it's very sketchy, which I liked. The third one was the watercolor. So I just did.
wow,
Amazing.
yeah, great work.
Thank you.
You're an expert in watercolors, right?
Thanks. And then let's see, the fourth one was the carving, and I didn't have anything to carve. So I tried to do a carving technique
Oh,
in
I seen
Procreate.
this in Instagram. I think I put a like on it.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, very beautiful.
So that was my attempt at doing a carving technique on the Procreate with one of the pencils that looks like that. And then the last one was I used watercolor, collage paper,
Yeah, the texture.
paint.
It's amazing. I love how you combine all the textures and the transparency.
Yeah, I had been playing with collage before, so I had a lot of collage papers that I made up, that I made myself. So I had these nice painterly textures and polka dots and the orange paper with the polka dots. So I just happened to have them already made. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. I can use them for this. So I actually really like the way this one turned out. This one will maybe end up getting a frame on it.
Would love to have a t-shirt with such print.
Oh, well, I'm going to have that in my art storefront store, so you can have it.
Oh, thank you. And do you consider joining Pattern Camp or?
Absolutely.
Yeah, wonderful. So if you have any questions, please, you're very welcome to ask me anything.
Now, how long have you been doing patterns?
Me?
Yeah, Polina, sorry.
I've been doing patterns of, I don't know how many years. Maybe it's a hard question. I don't remember, 6 years, 7 years. I can't remember. From, okay, let's try to count. Maybe 6-7 years. Actually, I did patterns when I was working as a pattern designer before for ages, and I created identities, logotypes, and websites, designed for the websites. And actually, I was more specialized in creating illustrations. And that time, I created a few patterns for the backgrounds of their websites, for example. So I tried to, it was just a part of my work. Sometimes I created patterns, not such the same way as today, but I was just repeating some elements, taking together elements and made the pattern of them. So I had this experience in creating patterns for some packaging as a graphic designer. And I was working as a graphic designer for 8 years or 10 years, I don't remember. And then I switched from graphic designer to being an artist. And as an artist, I started to create patterns. So artist/pattern designer. So I just discovered my own artistic style and started to draw patterns in my artistic style, only like I want to create patterns. And that was in, I think, 2017 or something like that. So it's since I create patterns.
I'm still working full-time as a nurse. So I went to art school back in 1980. So that was my first career, and I worked in illustration, and I did computer illustration and did a whole bunch of different kinds of things, and ended up through life stuff having to get a real, what I consider a real job, not a fun job. So I had to go back to school and went into nursing, and I've done that for 20 years. So now I'm getting ready to retire from nursing. So I want to go back into my artwork full time. So.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I think that also for me, art helps very much to work with stress.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, completely.
And working as a nurse, I think it's really very hard work and takes a lot of energy. And it's not, I mean that I suppose art can be a nice...
Very therapeutic.
Therapeutic, yeah.
Very therapeutic, yeah, because the nursing is all left brain and then my art is the right brain. So it just helps, makes me relax.
Yeah, I'm happy for you that now you decided to come back to art.
Oh, I've wanted to for a long time. I just haven't been able to. So now I'm finally at a place where I can spend a lot of time of my spare time. My children are grown. So, I'm not running after the little ones at home anymore. And that was part of, I didn't have any extra time for a while. I did little drawings. I just didn't have the time to think about doing something with them. But now I do.
So you're very welcome to join the pattern camp, and I will be happy to work with you and to support you on your artistic journey.
Thank you.
Yeah. And for today, I think we can finish if you don't have any questions. Yeah. Then thank you very much for coming. It was a pleasure for me to talk with you, to see your beautiful creations and patterns. And you inspired me very much with the way you think and create, mixing different things and drawing very beautiful flowers. So, and I'm happy, Jessica, that you're here. It's a nice I always forget how to pronounce these words in English, but when you're the winner and you are here, so it's a nice, very lovely match.
Very nice. Yeah.
Yep. So have a nice evening, and see you in pattern camp then, right?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good to meet you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.